Welcome back to the John and Linetia Show.
Did you miss us, everybody? Let me hear it. Hello? Hello?
Yeah, this is a podcast, so no one can hear you.
Oh, I forgot. My bad.
You forgot it. Hey, let's talk about what happened Tuesday. Tuesday, the Chicago City Council overwhelmingly approved Mayor Daley II, Rahm Emanuel's big old $1.7 billion infrastructure trust plan.
Yes, they did.
The funny thing about that, or the interesting thing about it, I mean, you know, seeing how Mayor Daley I should say Richie Daley I, really screwed up with the sale of the parking meters and apparently also some parking garages. May or may not have. Who knows if the Skyway sale, you know, was a bad idea. I guess we'll find out at some point in the future. Mm-hmm. But you know, in light of that, everybody or a lot of agencies, whether it be the newspapers or the Better Government Association, lots of grassroots agencies too, and just kind of government watchdogs basically said, hey, wait a minute, you got this thing, and there's not going to be a whole lot of oversight. You know, likely there's going to be issues here, and they wanted to, you know, they suggested even the Better Government Association did a lot of changes. Just tweaks to it to make sure that there would be accountability and the such. And as it turns out, Mayor Emanuel basically just ignored all of that, and everything passed. Most of the sheep on the city council pretty much voting whatever the mayor wanted. There's not many. There's 50 people on the city council, and apparently only 7 spines. There's 7 alder people who dissented and voted it down. Whether or not they all have spines, we're not sure. Some of them may have wanted to make it appear like they were against it, but it's you know, it's pretty. Pretty heavy stuff, and then ultimately Rahm Emanuel is asking everybody to trust him, and he has not shown to anybody on the planet Earth ever that he is trustworthy. So I don't know about you, but I am very disappointed, and I'm sad that at some point maybe the other shoe will drop and we'll all suffer for it.
Where's this money coming from?
Well, it's all coming from private interests.
Private interests?
Yes. Yes. I mean, ultimately, it's just kind of like this big old bucket of private money to be used. And it's, you know, listen, you look at what happened with the parking meters. And the fact of the matter is that was a great deal for this company that, you know, Laz Meter, that more or less didn't exist before the you know, parking meter deal, and they got this sweetheart deal, and for 75 years they're going to have a massive amount of revenues, and the city of Chicago pretty much has blown just about all the money that they got from that deal, mostly to balance horrible budgets by Mayor Richie Daley I. And so, as everybody is rightfully saying, you know, when private interests get involved, they only do it if they're going to make money. And the feeling here is that somehow we're all going to get screwed. And we're going to be shelling out buttloads of money over the years over this thing.
I was reading an article today, I think, and it was just talking about how Chicago owes so much, and then Illinois owes so much, that we're still in debt, and we don't have any money coming in. We don't have any revenue coming in, and we don't know how we're going to pay for everything. I mean, I know we can't be the only state experiencing issues like this, but when you see something like this, you just have to question, what the heck?
Yeah, you know, and a lot of it, too, you look at it, you look at Chicago and you go, we don't have any revenue coming in. Well, you know, when you sell off things that generate revenue like parking meters and like a tollway, well, now you have less things that can generate revenue.
money.
You know, sales tax and income tax and property tax, well, sales tax and property tax for the city can only go so far. And there's going to be a certain point, you know, I hate to say it, you know, the suburbs around Chicago, they pretty much may as well just kind of, you know, welcome people with open arms, because it's going to get really sucky living in Chicago.
It's expensive to live here. I know so many people that have moved away from here or are living in another, you know, town or whatever, and they're saying I would never want to move to Chicago unless I got paid $1 million a year, you know, to live there. And that's really sad, because this really is a great place to live.
Yeah.
It's a great place, but yeah, it's kind of expensive. But I mean, what do you do? What do you do?
Yeah, I don't know. Time will tell on this, but I'm not terribly pleased with it.
Yeah, I don't think anyone is really pleased with anything.
No, because it's like, you know, Mayor Emanuel is like stealing organs from us or something.
She's just shaving off a limb and giving it to him.
Pretty much.
That's how much you'll have to pay in property taxes.
An arm, a leg, a kidney.
Kidney.
Speaking
of kidneys, oh my God. John, I saw this story and I just could not believe it. I don't know. I didn't know what to say. I was just so infuriated by this. So this nice woman, very nice woman, she decided, you know what? My boss is ill, and I think I'm going to become a kidney donor. Nice.
Okay.
That was nice. That was real
Very
nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she decided to give up her kidney to her boss. She didn't want to see her boss sick, you know, and then she was fired.
Okay.
She was fired. The stories that I've been reading, they're not really giving you a whole lot of info. I guess maybe because this happened like maybe a year ago and it's just coming up. But basically she had, the lady said she wasn't feeling well one day and she called off of work and her boss said, "What are you doing?" You know, she's like, "Well, I got to stay home. You know, I just gave you a kidney. You know, I'm not feeling too good." You know, she's like, "You can't do this. It looks bad. It looks like I'm giving you preferential treatment." She just gave you preferential treatment by giving you her kidney. And you're yelling at her.
Although, to be fair, the woman actually, I guess they weren't a perfect match. So the woman donated her kidney so that her boss could move pretty much to the top of the list.
Right.
If you have somebody in your family who donates a kidney and you need a kidney, you pretty much are at the top. So you're pretty. It's kind of like giving a 1-to-1. And so the boss. So I think she donated. I don't know who she gave the kidney. Somewhere in another state, like Missouri or something like that. But her boss did move up. Yeah, it's pretty scummy. But you know, the boss actually, you know, this person was an executive at an auto dealership.
An auto dealership, yeah.
You know, it just goes to show you can't maybe trust these auto dealership people. I don't know. I don't. You know, I mean, it's that's tough. I wonder if there's more to this story. But the person who run the auto dealership and basically then got rid of her, scummy.
Yeah, that's real scummy. No feeling whatsoever. None. Okay. All right.
We'll be right back after these words from the Catholic Church, reminding all boys ages 10 to 16 that if you come to the church to meet with our priests, there will be lots of candy and Xbox and communion wine. The Catholic Church. Yeah, we're not going to hide it anymore.
Okay. You're listening to the John and Linetia Show.